Right. So let's get started with the first session today. So today we are going to see a topic on how to raise a ServiceNow lab environment request. Right. So we can start the topics once after we understand how to raise a lab environment or PDI environment. So ServiceNow Personal Development Instance. In short, we can call it as PDI. Right. So it's a lab environment using which you will be able to do the learning and development activities on ServiceNow platform. So even all the practice, all the development configurations, everything will be doing in the lab environment. So lab environment is the exact replica of the licensed environment, but just the data will be different, but all the other things, scripts, configurations, properties, features, everything will be same, right? So anybody requires ServiceNow introduction again? Because we already discussed in detail about the ServiceNow intro in the demo class, right? I'll quickly give you the definition of it. ServiceNow is a cloud-based ticketing application which is used for managing the IT activities in the organization, right? So we already discussed enough on this in the demo class. So let's directly go to the personal development instance. So a few things to remember on the PDI. Okay, it is exact a replica of the licensed instance, except the data will be a demo data in the PDI, right? And licensed instance will be active for 10 long days. So it will be active for 10 days. So it will be active for 10 days. So what is this 10 days here? So whenever you raise a request for PDI, so you should be able to use it for lifetime, I mean to say. But what is this 10 days? So if you're not touching your instance, if you're not logging into your instance for 10 days continuously, your instance will be moved into the inactive account. Okay. So if instance is not logged in for 10 days continuously, then instance will be moved into inactive account. Okay. So if it becomes inactive, all the work that you did in the environment, lab environment, say you might have created some scripts, you might have created some configurations, you might have developed some catalog items, right? Anything. So everything will be lost. Okay, you cannot get back your instance once it is inactive, provided only if you have taken backup, right? If backup is also not taken, then you will not get your instance back. Everything will be removed out and it is moved into the pool account. Okay. Pool account. Okay, so ServiceNow, the organization ServiceNow will check which all instances are not active for 10 long days. Then based upon the inactiveness days, then all those instances will be moved into the pool account and made them inactive. So that's the only point here. So always make sure you maintain the activeness of your instance by logging into the instance at least once in a day. Okay, so that's the main problem here, because many people will do lot of work on the development instance, but they forget to maintain activeness, and because of which they will lose their instance and all the work that they did will be lost. So either you work or don't work on the lab environment, make sure you log in once in a day at least. Getting it? So that's the main thing. So instance, okay, I'm calling instance, right? Instance is nothing but lab environment. We call it as instance here, personal development instance. Okay, so let's understand the steps here, how to raise a request. So what are the required things that you should have is, should have your personal email address. Okay, personal email address, and it should be in active condition. Sorry, so you should have your personal instance, personal email address, and it should be in active condition. Okay, you will not be using your office email address for raising a request to the PDA. You will be using your personal email address. So next, let's understand the steps. First, navigate to the URL developers.service-now.com. Okay, so this is the URL you'll be navigating into. So let's go there. So this is the URL, copy the URL. So developer.servicenow.com. So you see here on the screen, you have various options. So this is related to the developer instance URL. So here you see a button called sign up and start building. You can use this. Click on this. So user will be navigated to another registration screen. Click on sign up and start building. Right. User will be navigated to another screen, registration screen. Okay, so you need to sign up here with your credentials or the details. So give your first name, last name, email address. So your personal email address, which is in working condition, you should give that here. Okay, select your country, then give some password. Okay, the password which you will be using it for login, okay, into your instance. So give your password and also confirm your password, right? And check all these terms and conditions. Click on sign up, right? So what are the important details here? Fill all the details in the sign up screen. And remember password that is given for registration. So you should remember your password because you'll be using that password for logging in. So once you click on sign up, user will be navigated to another screen. Right? So and then click on sign up. User will be navigated to another screen where instance version can be selected. Okay, instance version can be selected. So I can't navigate to that screen because all my email addresses are already registered and instances are active. So I'm just explaining you. So once you click on sign up, you will be navigated to another screen where you will have to select the version, ServiceNow instance version. So as I said, there are different versions, right? So currently available version is Tokyo, Utha. These are the two versions currently running in. So what you could do is there will be an option called request instance. Click on the option request instance. Okay, request instance, and then select the version as Tokyo or Utah. You'll have two options. You can select Tokyo. Okay, Utah is not completely yet released, so you can select Tokyo, no problem. So select Tokyo and then click on OK, or you can submit. Submit or OK, anything is fine. Okay, so recently I see that there will be some waiting queue here because as soon as you request an instance, you will not get your instance. There will be some waiting queue. Okay, many other people have requested for the personal instance before you. So once all those requests are completed, then they will come to your request. ServiceNow team will come to your request. So there will be some waiting queue definitely. So you can add yourself to the waiting queue, and so you'll get to know those options. Okay, as you open the page, you'll understand those options. So you can request instance and wait for at least 24 hours. Okay, takes at least 24 hours to get an instance details for you. So you'll receive an email communication from ServiceNow saying your instance is ready and these are the details. So you'll receive an email communication. User will be communicated through email with the instance details as below. So one, that is instance URL. Second, username. So username will be admin. Password, some alphanumeric combination, something like this. Okay, so this kind of password. So URL is something like this. So I'll show you. So this kind of URL. So this kind of URL will be given to you, but this instance name will change. So this is given for me and this is my instance, but you will get a different instance name here, dev, and some different number, and rest everything will be same. Username will always be admin. Okay, and then password will be something like this, alphanumeric combination password, and this has to be used to log in for the first time. Getting it? So these details will be communicated to you in the email. And now you received these details, right? Next, how do you log in? Everybody clear with these steps up till now?
Dilip, I tried to create an stamp. I get this. Can I share my screen? Hello.
Prabhakar, your voice is lagging. Can you speak again?
Actually, I tried to. I follow your step and I create an instant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't try it now. Try it after the
Okay.
class because I require complete attention here.
Okay.
Okay, you can try it after the class. So, what is the issue that you're seeing here?
No issue, Dilip.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, login steps. So, you got your instance details. Now, how do you log in? Right. So, again, so first step again, navigate to this URL. Okay, same URL. Right. So, the now this time you'll have option called sign in here. Click on this sign in. Click on sign in, and then you can click on the email address. Type your email address which you gave at the time of registration. Give your email address. Click on next. Right. Give your password. Right. So I'm giving the password which I gave at the time of registration. So you'll have login this way. So whatever the first name that you gave, you'll see that here. Hello, your username, welcome back. And you'll see start building option here. And it is, so currently my instance is already used since many years. So it went into the sleep mode. So it is waking up. So, but for you, you will see a button here in blue color, start building. Click on that. Okay, click on that. Once you click on that, you'll be navigated to the ServiceNow screen. So we'll see that in some time. And so this is how you log in. So navigate to the URL and click on sign in. enter the email address and password. Okay. Click on sign in, and user will be navigated to the screen, logged in screen, and where you can see start building option. And click on start building button. Okay, start building button. And so we'll understand few details here. So you see here, start building dev, some number here. So this is my instance. So this instance name is allocated for me. So you'll get your own instance. So something like dev, some 5 to 6 digits. So it will be unique for each and every user. Do not worry. So this is my instance and it went into sleep mode. I'm waking it. So once you click on start building, user will be navigated to the actual instance login screen. Or I can say PDI. So you should get to know, you should understand what is this PDI. PDI is nothing but personal development instance. Get used to it. So we'll be calling it as PDI. Even many people call it as PDI. When you get into the project, they call, do you have PDI? Right? So you should get used to this word PDI. So user will be navigated to the actual PDI login screen. Okay, login screen. Enter the username and password to login. So login username means the admin username, right? So this is the admin username. So this is your instance URL and this is your username to log into this URL. So admin, and this is the password. Okay, this is the password. So use that password here to log in. And so this is something like a alphanumeric combination long password. So user can reset it. Once he logs in for the first time, user can reset this password. So user will be prompted to reset the password for the first time login, right? So now click on start building. In my case, it will be directly logging into the instance, but in in your case, you'll be asked to enter the credentials. Okay, admin and password. So you'll be prompted to reset your password for the first time. You have to reset your password to a simple password which you could remember, right? So now, so this is the actual instance ServiceNow environment. Getting it? So if I just show you, I'll log into other instance. I'll show you again following the same steps. Developers.servicenow.com. Click on sign in. So I log in with different other credentials. Okay. So now click on this start building. See here, I'm navigated to a login screen here. Now I need to enter the credentials. So I'm entering admin and I'm entering my password. Click on login. So then I'll be logging into the instance. Same way, you'll also be prompted for login screen. So if you're not prompted, then directly it will be navigated to this login instance home screen, right? So I just logged into the instance. So this way you can log into the ServiceNow PDA. Now let's come back to this PDA. So we'll understand few options here. Okay. So you'll be facing few issues on your PDI login, and also the roles that will be given to you. Also, there will be some issues. So you'll have username called admin. Admin will have admin is a user account. Okay. One of the user accounts, and username is admin. So admin role user or admin user generally will have all the access to the instance. He'll have complete access to the environment. He can do anything in the lab environment. He can create scripts. This user can access any records, can delete any records, can create any records, can update any records. Okay, they can access, this user can access anything in the ServiceNow application, especially in this lab environment. Okay, so this admin user account, admin user is one of the user accounts in this instance. Like, so there are many other user accounts present in the system. So admin is also one of the user accounts, but this user is called as a super user. He can do anything in the system. He'll have complete privileges on this instance. Now, sometimes when you log into this instance, you may not see the options properly. You may not see the complete options. Okay. Currently, I'm seeing on this home screen, I'm seeing all these options. So all these options are visible only to the admin user. But sometimes because of some roles issue, so these options and also these options will not be visible, and also user will be navigated to some other screen, not to this screen. So that's because of the roles issue. So we need to understand few things here. So how do we fix such issues? So on this screen, developers.servicenow.com, click on this. So there are few details related to your instance. You should know them. Okay. So I'll explain you one by one some of the important options. So my instance status. So currently I'm in logged in state. So it's in online. And which version I'm using? I'm using a version called San Diego, one of the versions. So it is previous version of Tokyo. So currently we are using Tokyo, right? But this is previous to Tokyo version, that is San Diego. So user role. So I have admin role. Username is admin, but a role is also admin. So admin is nothing but he's called super user. He has full-fledged access to the instance. Now, in case if you're not seeing admin here, then there is a problem with your instance. Make sure there is admin here under the user role. If you don't see admin and you're seeing something else, so something else means you will be seeing App Engine Studio user. Other role that you will see here is App Engine Studio user. You see that you need to make sure like your role is changed here. How do you change your user role? So you have an option here called change user role. Click on this. So if you're seeing App Engine Studio role here, so that means it will be by default selected to this App Engine Studio creator. So what you should do, you should change it to admin. Okay. And then click on change user role. Getting it? So this way you can change your role to your account. Is that clear, everybody?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right. Next. So some of the important options here. So you see here, activity. Instance with no activity over 10 days will be claimed back into the pool. So always maintain activeness on your instance. So activate plugin, not required at this point. Manage email properties. So what is your email and verify. So when you click on manage email properties, you can send or receive emails. You can send emails from ServiceNow and you can send emails to ServiceNow, from ServiceNow to ServiceNow. So that's enabled here. So for various activities, we'll be sending emails to the users from ServiceNow. So that feature, we are enabling it here. Release instance. Okay. A release instance is nothing but you want to remove this instance or you want to request for new instance. Okay. So you can select the reason here and you can say release instance. Change user role. It is used to change the user role. So if it is by default App Engine Studio Creator, change it to admin, because using admin role only you can do the development activity. So that's the reason. Remove demo data. So as part of this PDA lab environment, you will get demo data or dummy data. So if you want to remove that demo or dummy data, you can use this option. Manage instance password. So if you want to reset your password, you might you might have forgot your instance password. So if you want to reset it, you can use it here. Reset and wipe instance. So if you want to reset your instance, for some reason your instance is running into issues. So if you want to reset it and you want to clear all the data in your instance, you can use this option, reset and wipe instance. Upgrade instance. So if you want to make sure like your instance is upgraded to next version, you can use this option. Okay. View history. So this is something related to the upgrade history. Okay, which all dates, what upgrades have happened, you can see it here. And how many times I reset my password, what all plugins I activated, how many times I have resetted my password. Not so instance reset. How many times I have reset my instance. All those details you can see in the history. Okay. Get instance help is something related to the uh, if you're running out into any issues, you can reach out to the team using these links. So if it is related to the personal instance, so you can reach out to this link and you can find the assistance. All these things are related to the instance only. Based upon the type of issue, you can use any of these links to report an issue. Right? So this is about your instance details. Any questions so far? Anybody? Right. So now we logged into the home screen and this is the home screen for the ServiceNow PDI. Right? So now, so our actual topic starts here. ServiceNow home screen. Elements. Okay. So ServiceNow UI home screen elements. So this is our first topic. So as part of this topic, we'll understand each and every element here. Okay. Component present on this home screen. Right. So this is the screen you will see once you log into the ServiceNow lab environment. And this screen is divided into 3 sections. Okay. So one is banner frame. Second is application navigator. Third is content frame. Okay. Banner frame, application navigator, and content frame. See here, banner frame is something like on the top you see black color rectangular portion. So that is called a banner frame. And below to that you see major portion. So this is the major portion, right? App Engine Studio text where you're seeing. So this portion is called content frame. And click on all. So you're seeing some window here, right? Screen here where you can type something here. And you can see the details are filtered here. So this is called application navigator. So banner frame, content frame, and application navigator. So on the banner frame, we have couple of components. So we'll talk about them. Before we start, any questions so far? Right. So first is, so on the banner frame. So we'll discuss on banner frame. So you have logo here, logo, and also when you place the cursor on the logo, you're seeing some title, ServiceNow Lab Environment. So this is called instance logo and this is called instance title. Okay. So currently this is the logo, but when you get into the project for any company and when you work for any client, you will see a client logo here, not this logo. You will see the client logo. So if you're working for Cognizant, you'll see Cognizant logo. If you're working for some X company, Wipro, right? So you'll see Wipro logo here. Getting it? So whichever the company that you work for, and if they are using ServiceNow instance, you will see their logo here, indicating that the instance is pertaining to that company or organization. Getting it? So that is about the logo. And when you place the cursor on the logo, you'll see some title here, ServiceNow Lab Environment. So even that indicates, this is called title. Title indicates what type of environment is it. What type of environment is it? So in the project, you will have different environments. Okay. You will have dev environment, you'll have test, you'll have UAT, you'll have production environments. So what type of environment this particular instance is? Is it a dev, test, QA, or UAT or production? So you'll get that understanding by placing the cursor on the logo. Okay. So that's about the type of the instance. So when you click on this logo, you'll be navigated to the home screen. So this is another home screen where you're seeing some different reports here, dashboards. Once again, click on this. Right. So you see here, you're navigated to some dashboard, performance analytics dashboard. So now, if you want to get back to your home screen, simply after .com, remove everything from the URL and you can type nav page. dot do. Navpage.do after .com. So it will be navigate, hit enter, it will be navigated to the home screen, right? So now, for example, so let's talk about this logo. I want to replace this logo with some other image, right? So how do you do this? So I want to replace this logo with some other image or logo. So how do you do this? So on this application navigator, so we'll talk at the end, okay? Once after discuss all these options, we'll discuss about this. Next, so all favorites history. These are all part of application navigator. Part of application navigator. Even this is also part of the banner frame. So you can navigate to some workspaces here. Clicking on this, so you'll be navigated to the workspace of CMDB. So workspace is a recent feature introduced from Tokyo version. Okay, so this is a different new feature. So let's talk about that later. So this is the option where you're seeing the in which workspace you're currently in. So we're in CMDB workspace, right? So this point of discussion not require this workspaces discussion. So let's go to other option. So this search, right? Whatever the search that you're seeing is called global search. Global search, right? So global search. So it is the search window wherein which you can search anything related to the ServiceNow. So in this ServiceNow lab environment, if you want to search something, you can come and search here. Okay. Say for example, I want to search some property. I think this is San Diego. So I don't think like you will have this property. Still, let us search. So now I searched with this property name and then hit enter and search is going on and it has given me one result. So one result. So where is it actually? It is a system property and this is the property link. So you can click on this, you can navigate to the property. So this is the property that I searched for. Okay. So likewise, you can search anything in this global search. Name itself global search. So the search will be done globally in the entire instance and will give you the results. Okay. That's the reason it is called global search. Search will be done across all the properties tables. So wherever the possible searches can be done, all the search will be done. If you search something from the global search and you will see the results showing up on the screen. Getting it? So if you want to search some other thing, say INC. So I want to search this INC 2010232. INC 2010232. Right? Hit enter. So now user will be navigated to the record related to this number. Right? So this is the record related to that number. So this is some incident record. Okay. So that means you can search with some numbers, you can search with some property names, you can search with some text. So you'll get all the results related to that in the global search, right? So that's about the global search. So this is something related to the application scope and update sets. So we'll discuss this when we discuss about update sets. Okay. So at this point of time, so we cannot understand what exactly it is. So during update sets discussion, we'll discuss about this. You can ignore these options, show help and show notifications. You can ignore this. So if there are any notifications, you can see that bell icon. So you'll see some notification alerts coming up here, like any other application, Facebook alerts or any other alerts, right? Same way, if there are any messages, you can see that here. Now, profile. So click on this profile. So here you're seeing more details. So, so this is the image of the user who logged in. So I logged in with admin username, right? So this is the image of the admin user account user. This is the image of the user of the admin user account. Now this is a full name of the admin role, admin user. Full name is system administrator. And this is the designation of this user. All this is a demo data, okay? System administrator, admin, this is all demo data, right? So, but when you log into the project related instance, you'll see the actual username here, full name. So say for example, you logged in with your credentials into the project environment. You will see your username, you will see your full name, you'll see your designation here. Say for example, senior analyst, software engineer. So that's a designation. Next, profile. What is profile? Click on this profile. So you can see your details, details of your user account. So I logged in with admin username. So this is the first name of mine, last name of mine, and email address of mine. Okay. So for the admin username, so this will be the email address. And then in which time zone I'm working. So that is a time zone here. So there are various time zones here. You can select the time zones as per your time and the region. If you're working from Europe, you can select European time zone. If you're working from America, US, you can select US related time zones here. Correct. So time zone is to make sure like you're uh, seeing the data across the service now as per the time zone that you are selected here, right? Any date related information, any data, any records, all those things you will see in terms of US Central Time Zone. Title is nothing but the designation, software engineer, senior analyst. Right? So for this user, this is the designation. Clear? And here phone number, business phone number, will store the phone number of the user, office phone number and the mobile phone number. Any doubts so far?